Hey everybody, I'm Body, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about management in corporations. From the top of the chain of Nike to a simple daycare, managing from a daycare to the Nike Corporation. Now, management shouldn't be so hard. We tend to think about other managements when we're managing our own company, when in reality we should just be managing our own companies. You can see where the complication goes when it comes to this. Now, let's talk about fast food management. On applications, you see, when was the last time you were employed? Can we contact your employer? Well, all right, you can contact my employer, catch some animosity, and stress yourself out with not the person getting hired, but with whatever opinion sparked from the conversation with you and my last employer. Now, my last employer was my last employer, which means it wasn't just today that all this went down with whatever you spoke to about with my last employer. I'll be like this while I'm working. And then all I would feel is, I'm feeling good. I got a new job and stuff like that. And all you would be doing or saying is, look at that guy. We hired his ass, and the last employer told me a lot of shit. So all the animosity would just be stirred up until I get fired there. So it'd be an oncurring thing. And so we get provoked and tempted to lie about our last employment. So it's a bunch of bullshit in reality. Now, back to the focus on managing. So it may be easier to manage a daycare, or it may be easier to manage a corporation. In corporations, are clean cut. We have that table. We have lots of chairs circling the table, and we have clean meetings about our franchise, our product, our corporation. It may be easier to manage a daycare because it comes to this. I'm managing a daycare with kids who have family, who have parents. I may be a parent myself. I may be talking to other parents who are managing this daycare. Either way, pretty simple, pretty easy. You could stress yourself out about how many kids are in the room, but you wanted to manage a daycare, so you're managing a daycare. Now, when it comes to managing fast food, people tend to really believe that they're stressed out. The drive-through comes in, they say, can I get this? Can I order this? Can I order this? And the manager's like, oh my gosh, we need to get this shit out today, right now. And y'all aren't moving fast enough. While stuff is cooking. We don't want it raw. We don't want it overcooked. For listening to you the whole time while stuff is cooking, and You're telling me how to do my job while things are cooking. While you're telling me how to do my job, I'm trying to cook, and you're telling me how to cook while you're telling me how to do my job. You could say that how a person's telling me how to cook is them telling me how to do my job, but in reality, they're just trying to tell me what to do while they're telling me to do my job, or telling me how to do my job. And on top of that, since you're stressed out about the drive-through line, I'm getting stressed out the fact that you're in my face trying to tell me what to do while you should be out there managing yourself in the building. Now, when you get your little break, or whenever you want to sit in your office and you want to count your money or just look at the schedule a couple of times, right? Probably like 5 times in the next hour. And it's cool and stuff like that. You might take a break, take a breather, and you're not so stressed out anymore. When you get back on the line, the first person that comes to the drive-thru and asks for some shit, you'll be stressed out like you were not too long ago before you went into the office to take another break. So basically, what I would do as a manager is, are my workers comfortable? Are my workers consistent? Now, if I came to tell somebody how to do their job, right? No, I'd show them. Or I'd put in some suggestions. I'd never tell them what not to do if they do something wrong, as in, I tell them to put 3 chicken tenders in the fryer, and they put 4. Okay, cool. I wouldn't say that's wrong. You should only put 3. Put 5. We're wasting product. Well, you jumped the gun on that one, because we were at 3 and 4. I said 5, and I'm the manager. You would think I'd be stressed out if I was in a management talking like this, but in reality, I knew exactly where I was at with it. I'd be like, I'm the manager. They fired me. Everybody start crying. So basically, are my workers comfortable? Are my workers able to get bare necessities when it comes to living life and working in a fast food restaurant? We come in, we want to work at a fast food restaurant to get our money, whatever the case be. We go in and get our money, and all we do is look at food all day. So we're looking at food, and we're like, when we get hungry, we say, we got to eat, right? And it's a constant reminder that we're surviving and living in the world. So I'm a manager. I would take that in consideration. Are you good at home? I know you just started. You got any money for a meal? We got 50% off, but if you ain't got shit, then 50% off, you'd probably starve. You'd probably die before you came back next week on the schedule of starvation. Now, we don't talk about this, the corporate. We talk about this behind closed doors. We could say corporate has something to do with the government, right? Maybe they just move the same way. Follow the rules, da-da-da. We make the rules. Okay, cool. If you're corporate, this video may not be for you. Maybe it is. Maybe we're all looking for change when it comes to managing anything. That's what any good manager would do, is look for change in any given situation to make the workers' lives better. As a manager, I'm already living a good life. I'm over you. Right? Right. So look, thus being said, make sure the workers and Any other manager is good. In any corporation or franchise or anything. And you won't be so stressed out. Next day, someone comes to the drive-through line and says, can I get this, this, and this? When someone says, can I get a 5-finger plate or a box of mac and cheese or anything, you don't have to say, oh my gosh, I'm already having to cook this shit. It's like, shit's cooking. We're out here working too. You know what I mean? Managers don't do shit. They don't be in the drive-through. They might be in the drive-through line. I know one manager on the face of every job I've ever worked who actually did something in the restaurant. One. So look, basically what managers have to do is whenever they get the drive, and I know it's the drive-through line stressing everybody out. These people don't work there. If they want something to eat, okay, you come through and get something to eat. You're paying for it. And it cannot be them stressing us out. We knew when we started working there was gonna be people coming to eat. And if you didn't know, come on, you know there's people coming to eat if you applied for a job and got hired. Me personally, I might not be thinking about it, but when they come through, even if I didn't know they were coming to eat, I would have served their ass with no stress. Goes to show. So basically, make sure your workers are good. Maybe you're stressed out because your workers ain't good. And they're not stressed out. They're just not good. Where you're walking around the building and shit. So check your workers out. If you're managing a place we know you're managing, we know you're in a higher spot, and it can't be our fault. You fire us, by the time, you might as well fire all of us. By that time, you'll be the only one working there. You might as well shut the whole damn place down. That's all I got to say. I'm Body. Don't stress yourself out as a manager as you're managing a manageable place. Thanks for listening.